All right, everybody. Welcome back to a new video. I hope y'all enjoying the new content. It's been a blast for me the last weekend, especially with the EXP event. I went so hard I broke my mouse, so that was crazy. So today I decided to share some of this footage with you guys. It's a new dungeon, the Wilds. This is the second time I'm going in. I already did one run before this, and I must say it was pretty tough. Yeah, I died like 3 times. As you can see, I had to buy resurrect scrolls in my inventory, and I had to use 2, so that was awesome. But back to this video. So we're going into the dungeon, and I decided to share some of it, and hopefully you can learn some of it and see how things go, make a game plan, you know. But the most important thing is being prepared. So yeah, that's why this video is right here. Also keep in mind, this is I'm commentary, like, how do you say this, like I'm commentating this as I watch the video. Like for my last 2 videos, I try to stick to like a little script, nothing crazy, but at least some headlines. But today's just raw. I'm also eating, so here and there I will cut off the voice, but I'm still watching, still, you know, enjoying the show with everybody here. So all right, so let's look. The Wilds, right? I pop on this curse right here because I want a big drop. I'm all for the money, I'm all for the limited skins, all that stuff. I'm an addict, so anything that goes or increases the odds of me or my team getting something better, I will do it. I will take it. So we'll start off with the buffing, you know, the double mental sign trick. We talked about it in the last video. Oh, somebody's asking me to buff them in game real quick. Let me do that. Let me see. That is you right there. Right there. And good luck to you. All right, so we're doing buffing. Make sure everything is buffed. Double buff mental sign. Get the most out of your buffs, and then apply them. I messed this up actually the last time myself because I forgot to pop the prems. As you can see, I'm not running any prems. I said last time, I guess it's this video. Also, I'm turning off these special effects because all the spamming of the healing and stuff like this, it's just annoying. It gets in the way of my view. I don't want to deal with it. I know what I'm doing already. I'm confident in myself, so I turn it off. As we go into the first pool right here, you want to be very careful. The range on these monsters for aggro is pretty crazy, as you will see in the video. Right now I realize, oh fuck, excuse my language, I messed up on the prem, so I'm trying to do that right now, and as you can see, he almost dies because of it. So that's already a great start. I'm trying to healing him up. I'm also using a combination of Holy Guard and Barrier of Life to make this easier. So he's good now. I keep an eye on him in the health bar, but I just spam my Merkabahs, my heals. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the timing of those because that's very important. You don't want to die, and I'll give you some more information about how to stay safe in those situations as well. So right now we're just killing it. It's not very fast, so these guys are very tanky, and on top of that they also hit you big time, so you have to stay on your toes the whole time, especially if it's your first time. But as you progress and you do this more often, you know which areas you can relax a little bit more and where you can pick up the speed a little bit more, you know, balance yourself out. But for this run, definitely, I was on my toes the whole time. I'm a little bit nervous, also because I broke my mouse, as I mentioned. And I'm still doing this run with this broken mouse right now. So it's a horrible idea, and that's why I'm doing it. Let's see, so we're killing this first one right here, and now he's gonna pull. Now take a notice on where the aggro range starts. Okay, so you see the snake coming up right there already. So it's like, I would say, a solid second of walking, like that kind of distance. I don't know how to explain it, but you just have to look at the screen. So be aware of that, especially since you're RM, or I am. I want to avoid taking aggro at all times. I want to be able to heal freely without taking damage. I want to be able to spam my skills without taking damage. Anything that interferes with that process is a risk I don't want to take. If I die, it's game over, essentially. As I am saying that, I do realize I have a great team with me. These are people I met from the FWC event. That was amazing. For those who don't know, it was an event. It's like, I think it's a yearly event now, but essentially everybody can join this server. It's a limited time server. It doesn't matter what region you play, everybody can join it. And there's limited skins, or not skins, I'm sorry. There's limited items you can get, mainly gear and jewelries. I had to make sure I said that right. And I did show my gear in the start of the video, so if you want to see a little bit more about that, yeah, go back. So right here, this is the totem, right? We have to take this out. We drag all the monsters to the totem, and we basically attack the totem and all the monsters at the same time. It's just the most beneficial. This is nothing game breaking. This is just smart play. As I'm doing this, I am using Moonbeam on the totem itself, just to increase the DPS of the rest of it, of the team, and obviously spamming my heal, spamming my Merkaba, and right there I died. Good fucking job. So what happens? I have to trust on my partner right here. His name is Hotbox. He realizes I died. Now he's gonna resume me, and we should be fine. Now right here, I usually would like for the RM that is alive to just keep on going, keep on doing what he's doing until everything is gone, basically, because when he's resting me, he cannot heal me, he cannot heal anybody, he cannot do anything, and he's locked in place for like a good 3 seconds. That is 3 seconds he cannot heal the tank. That is 3 seconds that the tank has to, you know, tank on itself. And that's a pretty big deal, especially for these monsters. They hit like trucks. I think I can tank like 3, and I'm still at the risk of dying with 3 just on me. So yeah, try not to do that as a standard plan of action. You want to make sure you are in a safe spot. So him doing that right now, because our tank is kind of crazy, it's okay, but not everybody is crazy in this game, or at least not yet, and that includes me as well, you know. And I like it like that. I don't want to be crazy, you know. It gives us something to work for. You know, somebody told me once, you know, perfection is boring, you know, because once you reach perfection, everything is basically over. There's no room for improvement or changes or anything, because it's perfect. I don't want to be perfect, guys, and you guys look for your own perfection, right? Be you, be the best version of you can be, and that way you will be the happiest. I'm on fire with this, by the way. All right, so back to this video a little bit more. I want to make sure on this fight I usually keep my moonbeams up, keep everybody GT'd, and just spam Holy Cross all the way. Give that maximum damage to your team. There's nothing more you really need to do it, apart from healing. That is always a matter of fact. But yeah, he dies. All right, you want to make sure he gets up as quickly as possible. Drop everybody else. Now it's tank time. I want to make sure I don't get hit. I'm good now, and I buff him crazy. And I do this, or I suggest you do this, is because the fight starts with the tank, right? He's your structure. You have to build on him. If he's not good, you cannot move forward, or yeah, basically everybody is messed up. I have to watch my language here. So get him up quick, and everybody is able to relax again once everybody is good. So yeah, prioritize your tanks. And as you can see, like, look, his health, look at that. Like, I even say, like, yeah, damn, it's crazy. I didn't even see it, but that was like 6 heals, and I heal around 6.5k. So that's already more than, well, close to 40k health right there that I did not see. So this guy is, he's a big one. Kajiwara. That's a cool name, by the way. All right, so back to this. We heal the tank. Everybody's coming in, right? Stay away from the rest of the monsters, because if they get too close, they will aggro. The range is crazy. We already mentioned. Everybody GT, hit them up with the Merkaba and heal. That's your only job from here. Stack that damage up. As you do this, you always keep an eye on your tank. Now, my tank in this party, my tank is on the last spot, so he's all the way down there. It's a nice spot to remember. He's underneath me. As you can see, I cannot see my own buffs in the party, so it's like an easy kind of a lock on for you to always aim for when you're looking for the tank. Just go right to that spot. Do I have any suggestions or tips on how to make that like an easy task to do? I do not. Like, some things are very painful especially as a ringmaster. Like, this is not an easy job. This is not for the lazy people. This is really, you have to be there, or it's not gonna work. Or maybe that's just my energy about it, because if I play RM, I want to be there. Maybe I want to be kind of in control, you know? I'm like the director of the whole orchestra, or I have to stop using these difficult words for me to pronounce, but you get what I'm saying. So get him up, buff him, right? And look for the next one. So right here, I think we're doing a little trick. There is a boss right here, if I recall correctly. Yeah, okay. So there is a boss right here. So we divide the party into 2 groups. And you will see that soon, I think. Maybe I'm a little bit too early, but the ranger and the 1v1 blades are gonna go to the totem, because we just cleared all the there they go. We just cleared all the monsters around the totem, so they're safe to go. They can sustain themselves, especially with bloody weapons. You get lifesteal from the set, or the weapon effect, so they can sustain themselves, and they are off to the totem. They're killing that right there, and we are killing these. As he dies, I make sure I heal the tank. Keep an eye. He's dropping a little bit. Right back to the tank. Heal him, and then go back to the boss probably. I make sure I holy guard him so he doesn't take any. Oh man, I'm a beast. So I holy guard him so he doesn't take any crits. That allows me more time to buff the blade right here. So I give him the first set of the buffs, wait a little bit as I heal up my tank, and apply the second set of buffs, and go back to the AoE. Man, I'm just a crazy RM at times, you know. I might be one of the best. My name is Mushra, by the way. You can hit me up anytime if you got questions. I might answer. I will not. I might charge you with $2, but that is nothing personal. So everybody's good. No, he's not good. What is he working on? He needs a little bit more buffs. All right, healing, Merkaba, exactly. These are almost done. So then we're gonna go to the totem. Let's see. Oh no, we need a couple more. So we're probably gonna drag these to the totem and then kill it the same way we just did the other totem, while ignoring the boss. I don't see the boss though, so it might spawn later. This is actually pretty good for me to just rewatch as well, because like I said, this is my second time, and just doing this, it just takes away your, like, you're looking this gameplay to another view if you're actually doing it, and just watching back like this and seeing it this is pretty informative, right? So back to the AoE. We hit them up, keep them alive, and they kill the totem, I think. So that means we kill up to the 61 kill count, and then the boss is gonna spawn. Or I might be high saying this. I'm starting to doubt myself, guys. I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll shut up for a minute and enjoy my food. All right, we're looking good. We're going back. Now, this is the second type of monsters. Personally, I think these are a little bit easier to kill. They don't hit as much, or they don't seem to hit as much. I rarely have to really step up, if I recall correctly, to save my tank in this part of the run, which I'm all about. I want to stack damage too. As you can see, I'm in the middle group. I think if I can get like the right timing on my damage and stuff like that, I can be top 2 here. And I'm not trying to downplay my my awesome party, but I'm just built different, you know. I got damage on me. I worked hard for it. It's not perfect, like I mentioned before, but it's very nice. I'm very happy with it. I had to work for it, but everybody's working, right? If you play this game smart, I know it takes a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie about the hours I spend, especially the hours. But you know, if you want to get up there, you have to generate some kind of money in some kind of way. And however you do this, moonbeam the totem. However you do this is up to you. I'm not taking credit away from you, but as one of the players that is not able to spend a lot of money, apart from like the basics, battle passes, mainly battle passes, you can get up here, trust me. You know, you need the hours for sure, but you can do it. You just need a little bit of luck, and especially a lot of motivation. Now, one of the best way to stay motivated is to stay broke. You don't want to have any money. If you got money, you will be satisfied. I noticed it. I got some good money on me right now. Oh, I died. God damn it. As I was hyping myself up, you see, I guess I suck. But I got my homeboy Hotbox right here. He coming through, he rescued me. I waited with the rest because I wanted to make sure all the monsters are targeting other players, right? So I am safe to do my stuff. And yeah, I pick it back up, you know, buff myself. I think not all of them because it's redundant. I just need a couple of them. I'm on my mental signs. Oh, I heal the tank first. Because this is, as I mentioned before, if the tank is good, the rest can do its thing all right? Because I'm healing the tank and we're staying alive. So not everybody has this buff right now. I take a mental note. I look at the party screen to the left. I can see who is buffed, who is not buffed. Hotbox is doing a great job. Shout out to him. Because if you had a subpar RM, we could have died right there. You know? It only takes for the tank to fall and the RM to fall, and that could be game. If the monsters target the wrong persons in that moment, yeah, it could go south really quick. Like those moments without communication, I think these guys are on voice chat, I'm not sure. But without communication, and you have to react to the movement you see on screen, and also fill in like the hidden meaning behind the movements. It's all split second work, and in situations like this, just that split second you miss out on might just be the second you need. So we're going with the setup. I wait with my damage. I want to make sure all the monsters are in one spot. They are in one spot, and I drop it, taking no aggro, or as least aggro as I can. Keep my GT up, back to the healing. Now look on the range. Did you see that aggro range on these two? That's like crazy, you know? Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. That's pretty crazy. You want to be aware of that, guys. Know where you are standing, you know? Keep an eye on your position. Also, look at this camera angle. This is horrible. I cannot see anything. My RM died, it's fine. I do my job, keep my tank up. Look, yep, check in. Now, if anything goes south in that moment, I spam Barrier of Life, right? Sticky situations, last video, guys. I spam Barrier of Life on my tank. It allows for around 1 to 2 seconds. Well, I'd say 2 seconds by this time of the year. 2 seconds that my tank stays safe, and he does take a little bit of damage, but not a lot. People need to get buff, Mushra. What are you doing? Right? Ed Sheeran, I'm sorry, buddy. I should have known better. I buff people while I'm healing as well. I use the skill bar for the first 5 or the first 4 reliably, and I add on to the buffs as I'm healing. So I'll do like 1 heal, 1 buff, or maybe 2 heals, 2 heals, 1 buff at a time, and that usually helps. Don't do this if you got 1 RM, you know. But if you got 2, you can take the risk. It's okay. Checking buffs right here. Because I missed out on the other guy, I just want to make sure everybody is buffed. So I just check everybody really quickly. It's a couple monsters, so I can just buff all the way without any problems. He is looking alright-ish. He is looking a little bit low, Mushra. What are you gonna do about that? Nothing. Alright. Spend the GT. I mean, 10 minutes is plenty. So this boss right here, I got surprised the first time, but it seems that he stuns people. Look. There it is. So Gufur, or however you say it, Gufur, you know, that's very important in this dungeon. From this part on, it's like halfway. You're gonna get stunned. Also on the last boss, which will be shortly. They stun, and they also AoE. So if you get stunned into an AoE, you can die. Alright, so I'm sorry about that, guys. So the audio seemed to have messed up in that last clip. And originally I was really bummed about it because I was really into like a certain flow with my video. So, but I listened back to it and was not able to save it. So I was talking about Dovor. In this dungeon, it's apparent to me that it's very important. Like, I'm not really sure if I already talked about the fact that the AoE attack, as you can see, it stuns. So you have to have it on the ready at all times. So remember that. This is one of the first dungeons where you have to really use it in this frequency, I'd say. I can recall maybe the Kraken on like the aggro phase, because the debuffs gives double damage. But let me not go to the Kraken. Let me stay on this video. So I say call here, and that is because the monsters are on me. They are attacking me. So as long as they on me, I cannot do anything. I cannot buff. I have to keep running. So I cannot stand still. That means I'm just useless. Oh my god, look at that AoE attack. So as I res everybody, the aggro's being taken, right? And I want to start off with making sure I keep myself safe, but also I want to make sure that I get the tank up as quickly as possible. All right. Oh my god, I almost died there. Let's focus up here though, Mushra. So I was saying, keep the tank up and running, right? He is your structure. Here's your basis. You need him. I think I already mentioned that before. Excuse me, guys. I'm not sure because I have to retake this, and it really messes up my flow. Let me go for him though, right? Get him off me. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. No. Like every time this happens, you just wanna, you wanna hug your mama or something. So let's get everybody back up. I make sure I am taken care of first. The double trick, get out the way. That's all the boss I need. I got the movement speed, I got the haste. Get the people up, make sure my tank is alright. GT him while they are rest. I cannot cast any buffs on them, so get him right. Make sure I stay out the way, don't miss. Open up your inventory while you're at it. Why not? Everybody good? No. Some more buffs here. All right. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Careful. So as you can see, those AoE attacks. AoE attack. Oh my lord. Now this boss is pretty tough, as you can see. I don't remember dying this often though, so I'm kind of surprised by that. But it's all good, we're still in the game. We killed it. We already got the kill count, so we don't have to go after that. Let's get everybody situated again. Yeah, so I had to buy a new microphone. I hope this is good quality. I really like making this video, so I try to put some money aside here and there so I can upgrade my my equipment. But so far, yeah, I just have to get what I can get, you know what I mean? So hopefully this is any good and I can use it, because I do want to get this video out. So this next monster, so this is the third of the third. And if I were to rank these monsters, like the small ones, I would say the snakes would be the toughest ones, first ones. They just hit like, yeah, they hit like Mike Tyson, you know. I think I already said that too. But it's a good analogy. So those are the strongest, the snakes. And I'd say, I think it should be close, but I think these ones are second strongest. Yeah, but that's not 100% sure. Just maybe I'm influenced by the fact that we just died. Like I died 3 times in that last fight, although it was the boss. It might reflect a little bit of that on the monsters as well. So it's a close second to third on the Tanukis and on these Wildwood Stalkers. But overall, the snakes are definitely the strongest. So we keep healing, keep our Macabre running. I think everybody is buffed as well. So it should be just smooth sailing from here. So I mentioned a little bit before how you want to take care of your tank first before buffing anybody. And as you can see right here, I think it's coming up if I recall correctly, I did choose to buff the ranger just now while my tank was running. Yeah, you can see my tank was already running. I wasn't close, so he almost died because of it. I wasn't able to heal him while he was taking hits. So in those situations, I spam Barrier of Life. It gives 2 seconds. I think I already mentioned that too. 2 seconds of little to no damage, so you should use it. But be careful about the timing though. You don't want to use it willy-nilly. You know, you don't want to spam it. You want it to be there when it needs to be there. And later in this dungeon, especially during the boss fight, you can see how I try to use it like in the most optimal way. And I think it actually saved me one time. I'm not sure. We'll get to that soon though. So what am I doing? I'm doing Holy Guard on the tank just to make sure he stays alive, I guess. Or maybe I think he's taking a little bit more damage, but Holy Guard essentially takes away the crits, right? I think I also mentioned it before. I'm gonna stop saying if I think I mentioned something before, because it's useless. I'm just gonna keep talking. I'm gonna try and keep that energy. The boss though, he is very awesome. He is very painful. Kavur is gonna be your weapon of choice in that fight for sure. You wanna get used to that, guys. Also the targeting players is gonna be huge in the next part. I do have to say, I'm not the best at that. I try to use the party system, as you can see in the left side of the screen, as much as possible. But with parties like with 8-player parties, man, it's such a pain. You know, there's no trick to it. Like I think I mentioned before, locking on. You know, in this situation, it's okay. I know my tank is at the bottom spot, so it's a safe place to look, but that is not always guaranteed. They can be second spot, third, fourth, you know. You can try to remember it for sure, but I don't want to go that extra mile. I don't know why. Maybe I am lazy in some ways, but I guess that's all right. I like it. As you can see, he hits pretty decent. AoE attack, let's see what happens. That's all right. So keep that in mind, guys. The AoE attacks on basically all bosses, right? Just dodge it. If you're not an RM, I think everybody needs to dodge it. Maybe, yeah, if you tank, obviously you can tank it, or you have to tank it, maybe. Oh, we got some people dying. Okay, so there is a poison aspect to this. I can see. It's pretty strong too. So Gavura again is your best bet. As the poison seeps up. Alright, let's see how this go. I got my man Hotbox coming through. Yeah, he definitely saved us just now. Great play. All right, let's get him back up. Start building from the structure, guys. Right here, get him situated. Everybody watch out. Very good. So I only give myself a couple of buffs. Make sure I double buff myself now because I wasn't able to do it earlier. That's all right though. Keep an eye on the tank. All right. If he gets low, make sure I pop a heal his way and get him up with some nice buffs. Ready to fight. All right. What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought. About the poison. So the poison seems to tick very fast. It's not as fast as a Meteo, Fool's attack or Fire attack, but it definitely ticks fast. So you want to make sure you're ready for that. He also is very tanky. So see that those hits are pretty strong. It's like almost 1/3 of his health. So yeah, definitely be aware of that. I should have been more aware of that as I buff myself. But we seem to be safe now. That is a misclick for sure. Oh, it looks like I oh, whatever, it doesn't matter. Somebody died. Let's get him up. So both of us are resting. So my rest is redundant. Good job. Better safe than sorry though. Yeah, before, right. So that's a good reaction to him. I think I expected that a little bit. I barrier of life him. I'm not sure why. Oh, because I'm buffing the next player, or buffing Trickster. And we get everybody GT'd. Get myself rebuffed. That was a good fight. We died a couple times though. I wonder why we died, because it's the AoE attack, right? I might have to look back into that. It's probably a combination of poison on the tank into an AoE attack. So you definitely should be aware of that. I was not aware of that enough during this fight. As we enter heaven itself, look at that scenery, guys. So we are in the jungle. I love this scene. Holy damn. Yeah, that gets you buffed up. That's my man Hotbox, everybody. He's a great RM. Thank you as well, brother. All right, so we're getting ready for the fight. Yeah, man, these people are awesome. Surround yourself with good people, everybody. If you do good, you will receive good, or how to say that more efficiently, or better words for that. If you put out good energy, that's what you receive. Surround yourself with good people. Or good people attract good people. I like that one too. Be the best version you can be. Like I mentioned. As you can see, the totem is doing some AoE attacks. Those smaller ones are from the boss though. So right here I used Barrier of Life. That was a clutch situation. So the smaller ones, there was, I think, the buff from, I'm not sure what happened. I might have to look back at that again. So yeah, the buff from the boss, the debuff, it reduces the casting speed and the movement speed. So I'm not able to run out of that big circle, but I am out of the smaller one. So in this situation, I used it in the big circle. I couldn't run out of the big circle. As we finish up the totem. All right, get him buffed up. Okay, so this boss is crazy, right? Why is K'Vur so important, as we saw with the last boss? This is because you get a debuff like every 5 seconds. The debuff is like that little heart, as you can see in my skill bar or my skill buffs bar. And I didn't look at it because I never really felt comfortable looking at it, I guess. I don't know what the buff exactly does, but it slows you down. First off, movement speed debuff by like, I'd say maybe even 60%. Maybe I'm tripping on that though. Missing 2 buffs. Look, as I get debuffed again, so the second debuff is casting speed. I run on casting speed. It's the only reason I play RM. I want to be fast, efficient, and useful. RM with casting speed is all the above. If you don't have casting speed, you're essentially useless. Like, as you can see me casting right now with nice. Oh, and there we go. Now it's slow. I have to Kavur. Yeah, but I need it for myself too. He is stunned. The tank is stunned. What are you doing? You got no Kavur, right? So it's you have to have that Kavur on lockdown. And I currently in this fight I do not. As I get debuffed again, look, I cannot select my targets. It's a fiesta, but we're still composed. The tank is still good. I just have to focus up a little bit. So let's do that. Right? Everybody GT'd up. Make sure the tank is alright. Tank is alright. I get the debuff. Get it off me. Right? Get his ass. Oh, excuse my language. Get him sorted. Right? And get to the tank again. Get myself with the Vor. Let's see if everybody gets stunned. Okay, so realistically, I have to recruit myself. I can maybe do one. And I'm trying to do it right now, but it's tough. You see, managing the party. Like, I'm even impressed I got that one as I misclicked my events tab in the party menu. It's not a reliable source. You have to get your clicks down. And one of the things you have to get down is the camera angle. It's very important. As you can see, I have a clear view. There's no leaves, no nothing. This is a good place for me to work with. Now, there are a lot of teammates on the other side. And you could say, well, it might be better to stay over there so you don't have to move for your GTs. I use Barrier of Life because I was debuffed and I had no movement speed. See, very slow. I was talking about the position for GT. You could say the other side will be better, so I apply a GT what I have in the walk. But personally, I don't know, and it might be a subconscious thing. I don't like people around me. Maybe it's to do with focus or feeling safe or something. I'd like to be in an open space or mentally safe space, I should say. And this right here, that's for me a safe space. Like as I am looking at this picture, maybe because there's not as much aggressive monsters around me that I feel comfortable. As I said, it's even one gets on me, that is already a bad position for me as it does right now. Right, you can see that's just not comfortable. That hitting you all the time, it's an issue that you don't want to have and you don't need to have. So positioning is key. Let's see, debuff for myself. Tank is healthy. Let's see, what do I do? GT everybody, very nice. Walk to the other side probably. No, stay here a little bit longer. No, get to the other side. He is stunned though, Mushra. Yeah, that was not a good move. You should have won back and get yourself into a position there where you could for at least maybe one, but preferably two. It worked out though. Let's keep the tank alive as I Kavur myself again. This is crazy. You really have to keep that Kavur ready, aimed and loaded. Let's see. We're halfway through. We're looking pretty good. I am commentating this pretty intensely, I would say. But that is how I felt during this fight. It was not like I was thinking, I'm outclassed or anything. It was just, okay, I have no time to really, look at anything else than the fight. As you just look, oh my lord, what's going on? GT? No, for somebody, myself. And also, as we mentioned before, we're not using special effects. So you knowing your ranges is also a very big thing. Now this is the part where you don't have to really worry about if you've already been grinding on your class, right? As you go, you do your dungeons, you do your grinding, you will find out where the ranges are and it will become second nature almost. Like I don't have to think about it as much. I just know, okay, I have to be in this kind of area for it to apply. But even then it's not guaranteed because sometimes the position where the players are. Yeah, he's gonna no, okay. Did I get him then? I don't know. I have to look at the replay. What was I talking about? Yeah, sometimes the position that you see the players at in the screen, or on your screen rather, they do not match where they actually are in the game itself. Now that sounds trippy, and it is. Do I have any solutions to that? Nothing that is guaranteed. Like, you have to just take it step by step. You have to find them, and one of the best ways to find them, that is maybe a little tip or trick, is the AoE attacks of the monster or the boss itself. They will still be at the location where the player's actually at, so you can look at that. And one of the greatest examples is from the dungeon MV Depths, is the Kraken one, the Kraken boss. He does these little AoE attacks, and they are spot locked. So you can look at the spot where it's hit, or where it's supposed to hit, and you can see the position of everybody in the game. And then from that position, you want to position yourself, you know, calculating in the damage range of the Kraken, you know, and you will find your tank or your target. Let's see what's happening here. There's a lot of monsters on the tank, so you really have to be some kind of animal to do this tanking. Like, you have to have some kind of you know, some kind of health on you, because yeah, it's tough. As you can see, heal him back up. I have to be in work in 6 minutes. All right, we got you. We got 40-50 on the clock. I think the boss is around 1/3 health now. Yeah, well, 1/4 almost, or 1/5. Sorry, it's almost 1/5. So let's see, what are we doing? We're trying to before him. We get it. That was just the camera angle usage. So if you get proficient at that part, that will help you out a lot. All right, so let's see. We might get something from this, a nice juicy drop. I wonder what they can drop though. Like, would it be some kind of skins again? I guess so. They have to be, because it's dungeons. Cards, right? I did drop an A card before. It was just one though, and I run a lot of dungeons. How many dungeons would I've run? I'd say more than I don't even know. If anybody know how many dungeons you needed to run to get the FW, or how do you say, FWC jewelry set, that will be the amount of dungeons I ran, and then add like 70 or maybe 100 to it, maybe even 150. I did a lot of dungeons, so let's see how we're gonna finish this up. All right, heal him up. He's stunned, and there's nothing I can do about that. I have to perform myself. As I get stacked again with the debuff, I have to perform myself again. Heal everybody up. Drop a GT for those who I can reach. Heal him up a little bit more. Give him the GT as he was out of range. For myself, back to the tank probably. Yes, heal him up. Let's see. Well, oh, we're getting close now. Look at all those. Oh Lord. So you could ask why you're not AoEing them. The honest answer is I tried to do that with the other boss, and they did re-aggro at me. I don't know why. They were standing still, but I think there's like a little mechanic here that de-aggroes the monsters for maybe 1 or 2 seconds, and then they re-aggro. I might be high on that, but that was just a little gut feeling that I got. As we are close to killing it, let's see. All right, fire card C, that's not the best, but it's definitely something. Water card B, which is also not the best, but it is something. I get. Didn't I even pick them up? You gotta be kidding me. All right, everybody. Well, that was the video. Again, you will have to excuse me about my equipment because yeah, it failed me during this one. But nonetheless, I think it's a good video. I want to thank everybody for the energy, for your time, and I'll see you around.